preparing. Hey everybody, welcome to Live Chat with Tanya Roberts here at the Tanya Roberts Space official page on Facebook. I'm Mike Pingel and with Tanya Roberts. Hi Tanya.
Hey guys, hey Mike, how you doing?
Good, how are you today?
Fantastic.
It looks beautiful out. We're having beautiful weather here in LA, aren't we?
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. It was so hot at the beginning of the week and now it's beautiful again.
Yeah, the beginning of the week I was like a toaster oven in my apartment. It just gets so hot. I feel like I'm like a Pop-Tart that it gets baked and ready to be eaten. I'm just like,
yeah, I hear you.
It doesn't stop.
Really, really hot.
It was in the 90s. Now it's like a balmy 75, I think today. It's very nice. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And I do want to give a shout out. If my mother's 80th birthday is today. We're gonna stand, yay! So,
congratulations.
80th birthday, amazing lady. I wish I was there, but I'm here with Tanya, so you know, the second best thing.
That's almost there.
Almost, yeah. You're like 42 now, right? So you're nowhere near 80.
Yeah, right. I have to wait a little while till I'm 80.
A little, just another 25 years. Another 25 years. Hey everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining us here on Facebook and Zoom. If you're in the Zoom room and you want to chat live on the video, please raise your hand. There's a raise your hand button in the middle of the bottom of the screen, so I can put you on the trustee list. And if you're in Facebook, you can post questions there in the comments and I will read them off. Or if you want to come to Zoom, the Zoom information is in the description. Where that is, I don't know. So there we go. We're gonna get started. We're gonna bring one of our favorite, Philip, into the room. And
hey, Philip.
He's on its way in. He's on his way in. Where I lose everybody. Oh, here we are. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
how you doing?
How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's well, it's been very hot in Madrid at the end of May, and suddenly it's a little chilly again. So better because it was too hot at some days ago. It was too hot. It was like summer, and well, it's more agreeable right now. How is it in LA?
That's just how we have it. Right now, we're about the mid 70s, but at the beginning of the week, we were 98 or 90, something really crazy. Then it went down to 96, and now it's in the 80s, and now it's in the 70s.
Okay, so, but when it's
very
very hot, when it's very
really
hot in LA, is it really hot in your house in the hills?
Oh no, not now. Now it's cool. But no, it never gets hot up here because we're at the top. We're like on a little island with nothing around us. So the wind blows and we don't feel the heat that much.
You don't feel the heat. Okay. So I wanted to ask you, how has Los Angeles changed since you first came to Hollywood? I guess when you first came, Los Angeles was one city, and now some years later, it must have changed a lot.
Yeah, I didn't quite get the question. How did what change?
Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles.
How did Los Angeles change?
Yeah, since the first time you came and your first years in Los Angeles, and now, how is it different?
Oh, there's a lot more tall buildings. Century City, when I first came, wasn't even Century City. So all those big buildings weren't there, and all the high rises on Wilshire weren't there. And it was really much lower buildings. the Beverly Center, which is a big shopping mall, wasn't there. The Grove wasn't there. The big shopping mall down in Santa Monica wasn't there. So it's really changed a lot, a lot.
And the atmosphere, is it the same? The atmosphere of the city when you first came and now?
Oh, no. I'm from New York. So for me, this was a little town, spread apart, but a little town.
Okay. And outside, apart from the COVID situation, um, what would be a normal day in Tanya Roberts' life outside of COVID-19 situation?
Well, what I do is I wake up at 5 and I take my dog for an hour and a half walk. I can't hike because they've closed the park. So I live in the hills. So I take her down this huge hill, then up the big hill again, up another hill, and then down and down again, and then up again. And it's about an hour and a half. And then I come back and I do some push-ups and sit-ups and stretches and all of that stuff. And then I usually watch some news, watch a few news shows, and talk to some friends on the telephone, but I don't go anywhere because I can't go out. So
Okay.
I'm going out for the first time to see my dentist on the 23rd, but my car got mashed, and so I think I'm going to have to change that appointment for a week later. But a lot of people won't even go to their dentists because they're afraid of catching COVID. But I figure my dentists are more afraid of catching it from me. So if they're open, close, it's safe, I think, to go there.
Yeah.
But I don't go anywhere else. And I haven't been to any friends' houses or anything. Have you?
Yes, I've been, well, this week I had 3 days of vacation. So I took advantage of that to have lunch outside because now we can go to the restaurants. The restaurants in Madrid are open inside with 50% of their capacity only.
Yeah,
But
we have that.
yeah. And this week I had 2 lunches and 1 dinner on Wednesday, but I have to say that the restaurants were empty. We were 3 tables because I think that people do not dare go to the restaurant. I guess, yeah, they're afraid, and then maybe there is. Sorry.
I haven't been to a restaurant.
Yes, but well, I thought it would be not nice or not easy. But well, the places where I went to have lunch and dinner were, as always. Yeah. Although, for example, on one table there were green plants, so that yes, we had a sensation that it was not less tables. And there was like a mood, a normal mood, but there were very few people in the restaurants.
Yeah.
And,
when did your restaurants open in your town?
They opened, well, 3 weeks ago in the terraces, and this week, last Monday, they opened inside with 50% of their capacity. But a lot of them have not opened because a lot of restaurants, that's what I say, and I guess it's everywhere the same. It's not money talking. It's not, I don't know how you say in English, it's not worth opening because it's a lot of costs. And they do not know if they will make money for these costs to open at 50% of their capacity. So it's not easy.
Ours, I think next week, ours open, some of them for 50% capacity, big, maybe less even. And some of the places actually have opened outside dining. So you can be outside and dine. So there's a restaurant I really want to go to because I haven't been to a restaurant in so long. But I don't know if they're going to have the outside dining because I don't think I'd dine inside. I'm just too paranoid, you know? I don't want to catch it.
I know, no. You have to say stuff. You have to stay safe.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's some restaurants in LA that are open for outside seating. I ate inside at Barney's Beanery this week there was like 3 other people in the whole.
Barney's Beanery?
Yeah, Barney's. But there's a lot of restaurants in LA that are not open, only for pickup still. Lots of people are still closed.
Okay, so thank you very much for having me tonight.
You.
And I hope Mike, I hope Mike, your mother is having a good day, although you cannot be with her. So happy birthday, 80th birthday, and to her. And thank you both of you, and have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's sweet. Now we're gonna bring Claude. Claude? I missay his name every single time. Maybe not.
Claude?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Hi, Tanya. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very, very good. You know, last time I spoke to you, I was telling you that when you auditioned for Charlie's Angels, that there was 2,000 candidates. At least that's what they were saying on Wikipedia. But this week I saw a video about the movie Sheena, the making of the movie, and they were saying that there was 2,000 candidates for the role of Sheena. So I guess Wikipedia, so I guess Wikipedia did incorrect there. It was probably for Sheena.
I don't know how, I don't know from my end. I just know I had a date to go in and meet them and a date for a screen test. And that's all I know. I don't know how many other people. There were a few people there testing when I was, but where they went in the country to look for people, who else tested, or where they tested, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Now, speaking of Sheena, in the movie, you ride a zebra. Now, tell me the truth. That was really the horse that they painted stripes on.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you can't ride zebras. They have a funny gait. So they can't be. So we brought 2 Arabians from California, and the artist, Davina, painted them to look like zebras, and they look just like zebras. And I rode them bareback. And they were Arabians, so I could get a real good hold with my legs on them. And I'm a really good rider anyway. I grew up riding horses. Yeah. So it was great for me.
Yeah, you've been riding since you're 9, right? That's what I heard in the different chat. Since you were 9 years old, you've been riding?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Now, they say that zebras are a little bit smaller, that they cannot the weight of being human would be too much for them. Plus, they're savages, so they kick hard. They say that when you're in the jungle to defend against lion and stuff, they kick. No, the other question I had for you was, what would you say would be your biggest pet peeve? Your biggest
My biggest
pet peeve.
Pet peeve. A pet peeve.
Oh, a pet peeve.
Yeah.
God, I don't have many pet peeves that I can think of. A pet peeve.
Me bringing you chocolate.
Oh, yeah. My pet peeve that's my one pet peeve, is when people bring me candy and cake, because I can't resist it. And I go crazy when people send me candies and cakes and bring them over, and including you, Mike. And because I eat them all in one sitting, I can't stop. I'm a total sugar addict. And I
Okay.
have to try really hard not to eat it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd get fat like a house.
All right. So note to self: don't give candies to Tanya Roberts. All right.
No candy,
Noted.
no cookies.
Even caramel apples.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nothing on
even
that.
caramel.
I brought a caramel apple once, and that wasn't even acceptable.
Okay. All right. So yeah, one of my friends wanted me to tell you to make sure that you know that I'm from Montreal because it's the first time I'm on
Yeah.
the chat here. So all right. So thanks for doing this. I think you're a great sport to be patient with everybody. So I really appreciate it.
Thank you, and
All
have a
right.
great day.
You too,
Safe.
Tanya. Bye, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, great. You can. I'm trying. My Zoom webinar just said that. I might have frozen. My webinar is not working right this second. So I'm going to have to go out and I'll be right back, guys. I don't know what's going on here. And that's probably going to stop.
Can I get up for a minute?
Yeah, you can. And that's probably going to stop the Facebook Live, folks. So if you put a question in, put it back in when we come back. I do not know why this just froze on me. Okay, bye.
Okay, I'll be right back. Gotta shut the door. Birdie, I hear her. She might just fly out of that door. We're all safe in place. Maybe I'm fine. Let's shut that door. That's Birdie.
Aren't you worried that nothing will run off?
Aren't I worried about you?
What are you running off?
No, not lucky. Not
We're
in
back
the
on,
level.
guys. We're still there.
Oh, you got it?
Oh yeah, I don't know what. You know, Spectrum just sent me new stuff yesterday, and I installed it, and so I don't know if that's what's going on. I was having a bit of buffering on my end, but we were never turned off on Facebook, which is good. And I will bring somebody else on, but let's do a couple Facebook questions.
Okay.
Kenny asked, I think we've had this question before. You did Mike Hammer movies. Why did you not sign on for the TV show?
Because I did Sheena. That's why. I wanted to go to Africa and shoot Sheena and be with all the animals, and I adore animals, and I had never been to Africa. It was just so much more exciting than doing another studio show. So I didn't do it.
There you go. 007 Travelers asked, hello, Tanya and Mike. We hope that you are fine and safe. Tanya, Roger Moore was once said that there was some kind of tension between him and Grace Jones. Do you ever notice that during the filming of You to a Kill?
No, I've never even heard that before. No, I knew nothing about it.
There you go. So that's false, people. False.
Or else maybe I just was in out of the situation. They didn't gossip about it or anything, but I didn't know there was any tension.
Okay, we have Caroline wrote, any memories from Jacob's Challenge where you played Beach Moth? The episode where the greatest heroes, a recent where it was from the greatest heroes of the Bible. It was one of the first things you've ever did.
Oh my God, I can't believe, that's like another lifetime for me. Oh my God, yeah, I played Bathsheba, I think. Oh
Yes.
God. The only memory was when we went to the Hoover Dam, and that was amazing. And then just the landscape there was so beautiful, with all the rocks and the you know how it is there. It's gorgeous. So that's my memories of it. Were Hoover Dam and the Mesa, all that.
Great. Stephen asked, I just recently learned that Lisa Robin Kelly died in 2013 due to a drug overdose from that 70s show. She was on that 70s show with you. Did you know her personally?
Very well. She was terrific. I can't believe, I just could never believe that happened. She was so good at her job, and she was so terrific. And then suddenly she stopped showing up for rehearsals and stuff, but I wasn't aware of it because we all rehearse at different times, depending on which scenes we're in. And she was off a few shows, but she was a 10 out of 13 player. She wasn't every week person on the show. She was, I think, 10 out of 26 or something like that. So at shows, that is. So I didn't notice when she was missing. And evidently they sent her to rehab once, and it worked for a bit, and then she fell back, and then they sent her again, and to the Betty Ford Clinic, I think that is.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't take that time, and they brought her back for a couple of shows, but she was very nervous because she was cleanly off drugs, and I guess evidently she got back on drugs again.
Yeah.
But she was great. I loved her. She was terrific.
She was fun. Jeff, we're going to bring you in a room in just a second in Zoom, but Jay has a question from Facebook. Any memories working with Jane Wyman on the Hawaiian episode?
Jane Wyman. Yeah. Not very clear memories. Except I remember. Huh?
You're mostly in that car in that episode, remember?
Yeah, but I don't remember a hell of a lot, just small talk and stuff, because we weren't together all that much on the show. But she was fine to work with, and she had a lot of history to tell me about it. Movie history.
Yeah. Because Aaron brought a lot of icons to, like, old iconic actors.
All his shows, he brought old movie stars.
So it was always nice to see them on all
the
especially Love Boat and Fantasy Island. They did a lot of guest spots on those. And we have the guest spots in Love Boat and Fantasy Island, all the old actors.
Yeah.
He's always giving them jobs. He was very kind to them. And we have Jeff in the room.
Jeff, how you doing?
Hi, Tanya. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
It's very nice here in the state of West Virginia, about like over there where you were at in California, mid 70s with a nice cool breeze.
Well, that's how we are today too. We were really hot at the beginning of the week, but we're now mid 70s with the breeze too. How you doing with the pandemic? Are you staying in or have you been to restaurants or what's going on?
Here we've been getting back to normal. I mean, I think like some of the other restaurants across the country, they're opening indoor dining at like 50% capacity, and you can still take advantage of the outdoor dining. Um, but other than that, we're getting back to normal. We, are having some malls and other big places
Yeah,
opening. So it's starting to get back to normal. But I took my wife to Michigan for her new job, and when we were traveling through like Ohio and Michigan, most of the places were still shut down.
yeah.
You could only go through like drive-throughs if you wanted to get something to eat, but most of the places indoors for indoor seating were all closed. So it's going to be a while before we get back to normal across this country.
Oh, yeah. And then if it spikes again, we're going to have to go back a step. But right now, we're supposed to be opening a few restaurants, from what I hear, in about a week at 50% capacity and or less. There has to be 10-foot distance between the tables and or outdoor dining. But to tell you the truth, I'm too afraid to go inside and eat. I'd eat on the street, in the outside on the the outside tables, but I don't think I'd go in a restaurant yet. I'm too paranoid. And also, they think very much that it might spike again if we start
Yeah.
going back to restaurants. And they're worried about that. I'm sure you've heard it on the news.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having stuff delivered. How about you? Are you doing it that way?
I usually when I go and get something, I go in with a mask, and just make sure I have gloves on. If I'm going to get some gas, I don't handle anything without any gloves. So, I'm still taking precautions to, keep
Good.
myself safe. Yeah.
Good.
I also heard that I guess all the Hollywood TV productions and shows were going to start back up in production
They say
this
that. I
week.
don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they plan to do it, but they're going to.
Well, I'm sure they got a plan like everybody else.
Everyone wearing masks on the show. I mean, otherwise, I just don't know how they're going to do it with people doing close-ups and scenes together. It's too dangerous. So
Yeah.
maybe they mean in a while. I mean, I've heard that too, but I don't know how soon that'll happen.
I heard that you're like an early riser like me. You get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I get up at like 6. So I was kind of wanting to ask you, do you have any favorite tunes that you like to listen to when you exercise or when you go out, take the dogs for a walk? What's your favorite type of music you like to listen to?
I like, like everyone else, pop music, but I'm a real jazz buff. And so on I listen to a jazz radio station for most of my hike. And
Yeah.
and then I have some things of, I have A Star Is Made. I downloaded that, and with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. And I like, who else do I like? I really like the chick sings Give Me That Bass, Don't Want No Trouble. What's her name? Redhead. Anyway, but and Swift and just the regular music that everybody likes. I'm not into rapping. I gotta say that.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
not
into
into-
rap. I'm like you. I like jazz, and I like listen to the standards. You know, like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and
Yeah,
Nat
me,
King Cole. Those
me.
are
Oh, I
always,
love King Cole.
yeah. I always love to listen to that on a good day. So,
Yeah, me
but
too. As a matter of fact, I have him and Ray Charles and Aretha Franklin and all those people on my telephone. So I listen to them when I'm hiking. But I sent it, and my dog ate my telephone. So, but he ate just the glass. So I had a new top put on it. And when they did that, they screwed up my whole music thing. And now I can't find where my music is and all my recordings that I have on it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to get my boyfriend to help me, but he's getting very frustrated. And I don't know how much he's going to help me. Although he
you go.
promised. He's just
So-
got me on a radio station now, but I can't get my recordings.
oh, geez. Well, good luck. I hope you get your recordings back because definitely, you know, that's always a plus to have some kind of good music. And when you don't have good
Oh,
music, it's just
Absolutely.
ruins your
Absolutely.
day.
Thank you,
But
Jeff.
Have a great day.
here,
Talk
have
to
a
you.
great weekend. Stay safe and talk to you again. And I enjoy coming and talking with you on these chats here when I can.
Great. And good luck
Thanks
with
so
your new
much.
job.
Well, it's actually my wife's new job.
Oh.
I still have my job, so it's my wife that has the new job in Michigan. So
Oh, but so you're living separately?
yeah.
Oh,
It was something basically that I think the Lord was telling her that she needed to be at, and basically she's on Mackinac Island at the Grand Hotel. She's a front desk clerk.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you can
If
come
you
up
remember,
whenever
I'm sorry.
you can come up and visit her whenever you want and get great reservations.
Oh,
For
sure.
free.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to have plenty of vacation time to take and enjoy that time up there. So,
Yeah.
but
Right.
you guys stay safe and take care, and we'll see you again another time.
Same to you. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Uh-oh. No, Jeff, are you still here? Jeff. Oh, I think I kicked the wrong person out. I don't know what happened. Hold on 1 second. I kicked whoever I had in the room. I'm sorry I kicked you out. Hold on a second. We're going to bring David in. David, we're bringing you in now. I kicked the wrong person off. Or they lost their the camera. I'm
You
not
did
really
it,
sure.
Mike. Admit it. You did
I
it.
did it. I did it.
You did it. You did it.
David. Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Let me turn your microphone on. There you go. Where's the mic?
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
How you doing?
Good. How about you? Nice to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
I wanted to show you my angel wall I have. It's kind of hard to tell, but I have all the pictures on here of the angels.
Oh, yeah, I recognize some.
Yeah, and I have the dolls too. I was kind of mad. Were you upset that I wanted to ask you that they didn't make one of you at all?
Who make fun of me? The other angels?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
I was asking about the doll. Were you upset that they didn't make a doll of you at all?
Oh no, because it was the last season. So, I figured that wasn't going to happen. No, we had a big strike in the middle of the season, a writer's strike, 3 months off, and that wasn't so helpful for the last season. And then, the season ended, and that was that. No
Yeah, but I
doubt.
wanted to say you could tell that Jacqueline and Cheryl were kind of bored with it, and that their spark wasn't there like it was in the first 4 seasons. But I have to say
Yeah.
that when you joined, though, you brought so much energy and so much spark to the show, and I was so impressed with your performance and the enlightenment that you brought to that last season, because I was really great when you came in and just did that.
Oh, thank you. Well, I was excited, man. I was really excited to do it. So I guess I did have new energy. They were, as you said, a little bored with it.
Yeah,
These days, people are thanking God when their show runs for 5 years. They're praying that it'll go for 10 years. I mean, but they just didn't realize how good they had it because, their careers didn't really take off after they left the Angels. So they should have stayed as long as they could have. You know what I mean? Never quit a hot show. That's what I've learned.
that is so true. But if they didn't leave,
It's
though, then
really
you
hard
wouldn't have
for
been-
that one.
if they didn't leave, though, then you probably wouldn't. You might not have been an angel, though.
If they, well, yeah, no, they fired Shelley Hack, so they were looking for someone.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got the job. So I would have been an angel, but I certainly think they should have put in a few more years because people don't realize you don't get another shot sometimes. You never ever get another shot. I got that 70s show, so I was in 2 television series, but very few people are. It just doesn't happen. It's a rarity if your show goes. We all audition and we go up and we shoot the pilot, but it doesn't get picked up. So when it does get picked up, don't, get bored. Stick with it. Like Shelley Long gave up that job after 1 year. Shelley Long was on the bar or whatever it was. Cheers.
Yeah.
And she gave it up after 1 season. She had 2 movies, and that was the end of her career.
Yeah.
And she never left. And Kirstie Alley kicked ass on the show. You got to be really dumb. And Farrah Fawcett too. She left the show. She did 2 movies, and that was the end for her too.
Yeah.
And it's really dumb, but you gotta be around a little bit to know that. And I wasn't around a little bit when I did the Angels, but I sure didn't want it to end. And they were jumping for joy, and I was crying.
Yeah. But
So what can I tell you?
the main thing I wanted to ask, though, is it seems like in the writing, towards like after the Hawaii episodes, the writing part, they didn't even try on the writing. Like I was wondering, like when you got the Mr. Galaxy script, if you're like looking at that and saying, "What is this?" They could have wrote any kind of like stuff that maybe was more appealing, like locations or something like that. Mr. Galaxy, but it seemed like they stuck with the same writer, the Ed Laxo, towards the end when they used to have a whole bunch of different writers on the other seasons. So I was wondering if you and Cheryl and Jacqueline, if you guys ever talked about like why is this guy always writing the shows and the scripts? What's wrong with the scripts and everything like that? Because I think that was one of the other reasons why it didn't help the show at the end.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember that the scripts were not so terrific, but I didn't realize that they had cut out all the other writers and were just with Ed Laxo. I didn't know that. But no, we never talked about that. They were, they were just waiting to get off the show.
Yeah.
But
There
we
were
had a
some
lot
really
of
good
fun.
episodes.
We
There
had
were
a
some
lot of fun.
episodes. Yeah,
Anyway.
they had a good the whole show was really good, but on your episodes towards the end, the taxi angels and the taxi cabs and the stunt woman ones, besides the Hawaii ones were good, all the Hawaii ones, but the other ones after that, I felt the only good ones were like the taxi angels, the stunt woman angel, and what else? Angel on the Line with the telephone and the transsexual or the cross-dresser. I thought that was so good.
Yeah.
Sure
Yeah,
was.
so-
Yeah.
Well, thanks, David.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for bringing that to us, and stay safe out there too.
Oh, you too. Stay safe and take care of yourself.
Thanks.
to
Nice
talk.
talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Talking to you.
Keep bringing that light.
And we're gonna do some more questions from Facebook, but I'm going to bring Greg in since he lost his connection. It wasn't me.
Oh, good. Yeah, he
Probably
was.
me. Hi, Greg.
Hello.
Oh, it was me.
Can you hear me?
Hi,
Hi, Tanya. How are you?
I'm terrific. How you doing?
Good. Nice to see you. And hi, Mike, as well.
Hello.
Hello. Hiya. Yeah, I got booted out earlier. Oh,
So it wasn't me. It was you. It was me,
It was
wasn't
me.
it?
It was you, but
It was me.
you're forgiven. I'm back here. My
I'm
question.
sorry. You're breaking up for some reason.
Oh, is that better? Can you hear me?
No,
Okay?
I can hear you now. Before you were breaking up.
Ah, right. I just wanted to ask, Charlie's Angels is syndicated all over the world. Do the cast get residuals for the repeats of Charlie's Angels that are shown?
Oh, yeah, we always get residuals, but
Oh, that's good.
for that 70s show, I get much bigger residuals and much more often. For the Charlie's Angels show, I get, cents, 37 cents, dollar, nothing. But for the 70s show, I'll get $50, $75, and they're always, they're always showing them on all the channels. So, it's not a living, but it's nice money to come in. But yeah, the Angels I never made more than a few cents of any of those. Maybe times were different then.
I also wanted to ask you, oh, sorry. I was going to say, are there any British shows that you enjoy, British television shows that you enjoy watching?
Oh yeah, I love Miss what's her name, Lance?
Fisher.
Miss Fisher Mysteries.
Oh, right.
You
I've
know
never seen.
Miss Fisher?
All right.
I love them.
Uh-huh.
And I also love there's one other show from Britain I really like. I like Binky Pinks or something.
Right.
And Upstairs, Downstairs. And I like, I love Poirot, and I love all the Miss Marples. I mean, the Brits make great shows for half the budget we do. So I got to hand it to them. They do a great job.
Do you know what I could see you doing, Tanya? I could see you doing a stage version of Rhoda, the sitcom. You know, the one with Valerie Harper. Do you remember that show?
With Rhoda?
Rhoda, Valerie Harper. I could see you doing a stage show of that, because you remind me of Valerie Harper in some ways, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do you remember that show?
No.
I could see you doing that, because Joan Collins and Linda Evans did a stage show that reunited them. I could see you doing a sort of updated version of Rhoda. I could see you doing that.
Oh, yeah? Wow, that's a good idea. Well, I haven't heard of anyone doing anything like that, but I'm always up for work. Right now, I'm looking for another sitcom. That's what I'd really like to do. Have you seen Schitt's Creek?
No, I've heard you talking about it, but I need to try and look it up. I'm terrible for watching the old shows. I need to get more modern, and watch more up-to-date shows.
Or Ozark, have you seen it?
Oh, sorry, I'm not doing very well here, no. But the reason...
The new shows, there were some really good ones. Really good ones.
You know how Honor Blackman sadly died recently? The Bond lady from...
I heard that. She was so beautiful.
I know. Well, the reason I asked you about repeat fees was she was being interviewed once, and you know how she was in the Avengers with Patrick
Yes.
McNee? Well, she sold off the rights for about 50 shillings or something. You know, she sold off the rights. So that meant all the time the show was repeated, she didn't get any money for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wonder why she did that.
I suppose it was the days that nobody had VCRs and DVDs were a long way away. So she just signed it. I
Oh,
thought she was fabulous.
yeah. She was
Right.
fabulous.
Yeah. And
Well,
still
thanks,
acting.
Greg. Thanks for
All right, I'll let you go. Bye.
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 Bye. Good to talk
Do
to
a
you.
We're going to do a couple more questions from Facebook. Rumor asks, Tanya, do you have the entire Angel DVDs or do you just have your own season?
No, I have the entire 5 seasons.
Good for you.
I can't say I watch them a whole lot, but I have them.
Stephen Bell asks, any stories that you remember during rehearsal of the Charlie's Angels scenes?
Oh, we didn't rehearse very much. We'd just come in and do it. We'd have a run through and then we'd shoot it. There were never any long dialogues, so it wasn't the kind of thing that you got to rehearse, or like a movie where you got to rehearse and get to know each other, and it's much more involved. TV's much, well, for that 70s show, we rehearsed a lot because that's sitcom in front of a live audience. So you rehearse one day and that night the writers fix up what they didn't like. The next day you rehearse with your new script, then the writers write what they don't like. Then the next day with your new script, you rehearse again. Then the next day you shoot. That's how that happens. So you keep getting revised scripts all the time. But with Charlie's Angels, it was nothing like that. It was just, you'd get it and we'd go in and run the scene once and shoot it. It was easy.
Sean asks, Sheena, the character protects animals. Do you believe we need a real life Sheena?
Yes, so much with all the poaching going on. There's so much poaching. As a matter of fact, I was so sad to hear that our white rhino was poached and killed because he was in a sanctuary, but he was illegally poached and killed. But our elephant lives in North Virginia, I think, or South Virginia, and it's fine. So I'm gonna one of these days get over there and visit her and see if she still remembers me. Because you know about elephants, they got that memory. So I'd love to see her because they live to be old. So I'm sure she's still around and very well. I gotta find out about that. But yes, definitely, there's gotta be someone taking care of those animals. I mean, everyone wants to go on a safari. And what's the point of a safari if they've all been poached? I mean, you know, we gotta stop killing animals, especially the animals that are endangered. We've have to stop killing them. And I don't know why people can't take photographs of them. Why they have to kill them I can't get it. I've never killed an animal. I don't eat meat for that reason. I don't want anything to do with death of an animal. Tofu's great, you know? Beyond Burger. Yeah.
Exactly. Jeff asks, tell us about leaving Canada and school at the age of 15 to hitchhike across the United States.
Oh yeah. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. We hitchhiked for part of the way and then we took a bus for the other part of the way, and going through Manitoba and was really weird. But when we got to Vancouver, we loved it because it was just like it was sort of like California temperature climate because of the Gulf Stream. And so it was beautiful. I mean, there were the winters, it would just rain a half a day or till noon, and then it would clear up and be warm and beautiful. And it was great. And I met a lot of really freaky people and went to a lot of cool concerts. And it was really cool. I shouldn't have dropped out of school, but what can I tell you? I did.
You did, and it worked out. It worked out.
It
Next up,
worked
we're going to
out.
bring Thomas. It did work out. Thomas, we're going to bring you into the room on Zoom, and then Richard, we're going to bring you in next after that. Here we go.
You know, it's funny. It's funny, Mike, because the other day I thought, what if someone sent me an X-rated video or something? And there it came.
Yep, there it is. Hi,
Happy
Richard. I
stuff.
have you.
Hello?
Hi, Richard. I'm. Please start your video.
Yes.
And please don't have porn on it. Hello, Richard.
How you doing, Richard?
Oh, thank you. It's an honor. I was going to ask you, well, I like your interview, and and I'm glad everybody's doing great. I have a quick question. Would you be interested in the Sacramento International Film Festival live stream for interviews and answering questions to the audience?
Oh, he was asking.
What is that, Mike? Because he keeps breaking up at my end.
Yeah.
Would I be interested in?
He runs
In
in Sacramento, or is it Sacramento? A film festival.
Yeah.
He wants to see if you might be interested. And
Oh,
coming
not
to
yet. I'm still shuttering in place. I'm not going anywhere in August.
No, live streaming. It's live streaming. Live.
a live stream. Yeah, send me the information
live
and
stream.
we can chat about it.
Oh, okay. Send Mike
Okay.
the information. I see. I didn't understand you.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, your
it's
audience.
I just want to say, also, I want to say thank you for the autograph you sent a few years back, and the calendar. I sent you my chihuahua.
Oh, thank you. He said he wanted to say thank you for an autograph that you sent him a couple years back.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, and I sent you the calendar of my chihuahua.
A Chihuahua
Yeah.
calendar he sent you?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
I
we
get a
sent it a couple years ago.
calendar? No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A while ago.
Really? I sent it. Yeah. I
I'd
sent mine,
love
and yeah, I'll show you a picture of mine. Here's my chihuahua. It's just right here.
Oh, there you go. Yes. No, we didn't get it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No.
we didn't get it. I love
Here's-
chihuahuas. I've got 2 dogs too. Oh.
Yes. Yeah, she was in the short movie I made this spring, and it's in the international Sacramento International Film Festival. And
Excellent.
tomorrow we're going to be hosting the short films tomorrow, Sunday, from 7:00. And I like to invite everybody. But
Well,
anyway,
thank you for
thank you for your career, and I enjoy your interview.
Well, thank you, Richard. We can't really hear you. Your audio is a little off. So thank you for coming. We appreciate this.
Send me a calendar for this year if you can.
Okay, I will. And thank you, and it's such an honor. And please take care.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
And we're going to bring in Scott. Let's see, Scott. Scott's good. And then we'll do a couple more questions from Facebook, and then we'll wrap this up. This crazy day. You know, I've always heard people coming on and jumping on and doing rude, horrible porn
Oh,
on
yeah.
things. And
I forgot about that
it
already.
happened to us. Now I feel like we've done it. We've done it. Hey, look at
Been
Scott.
there, yeah, right. Wow.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Tanya.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing most excellent. And yourself?
Fantastic. I'm feeling great today. The weather was boiling hot until yesterday. I mean, boiling. It was 98. We set records. And it was, you know, just, well, we're up in this little island up here in the Hollywood Hills. So we don't even get very hot very often, but it was almost 100 degrees and I did feel that. But mostly we don't even need air conditioning because there's breezes blowing all the time through here. So I'm feeling great that the weather's cool now, and it's just, I'm feeling great in general. I'm kind of happy that things are beginning to open up again. And you know, I wouldn't mind getting some streaks in my hair. I don't know when all that's going to happen, but you know,
Yep.
I'm waiting.
I
How about
understand.
you? Have you been to any restaurants?
You know, I have not been to a single restaurant during this whole coronavirus.
Yeah, me too.
And
Me too.
yeah, I just kind of wonder how it's all going to work out. And yeah, I'm just not to that point yet.
It's not, I don't think we're ready yet. I mean, they
Yeah.
say because of the protests that it spiked again, that the virus spiked again because they didn't keep their social distance.
Yes.
So, you know, I get worried, even though there's a few restaurants opening up here in a week, I would only eat outside, you know, on the sidewalk. I wouldn't eat in the restaurant. I'm
Yep.
too paranoid.
Not even that daring as of yet.
Huh?
I'm not that daring as of yet.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Hey, listen, I hike with my dog every day and I still wear a mask and I'm still alone because our canyon, Fryman Canyon, where I hike, has been closed and is still closed. So I hike on the hills where I live, which are really hilly and really hard to hike, just as hard as Fryman Canyon. So I do that, but I still wear a mask because I'm paranoid. So I know what you mean.
Hey, you got to stay safe.
Yep.
Now, I got a question. You did a pilot, Toolin' with Tanya.
Oh, God. I can't believe that you knew about that. I was just thinking about that this morning. That's so funny.
Well, do you do a lot of handy woman projects around the house?
Well, I don't do a lot of projects now, but I did tile, Saltillo tiles from Mexico. I tiled my hallway and my huge office and my workout room with Saltillo tiles. And that was really trippy, but there was a tile book that showed you exactly how to do it, like where your tile should be centered from where you're looking at the room for when you enter the room, and they get you that point, and then you make it's technical, but not. I had a fun time doing it. I really liked it. It was it didn't seem like hard work at the time, but then I had my bedroom tiled, and I said, no, not this time. I'm going to let them tile it.
Well, also, the gentleman earlier mentioned about having pet peeves. And what flashed in my mind is your toilet paper. Do you like it over or under?
Over. Definitely over.
Because
Don't
growing,
you?
yes, but growing up, my stepfather liked it over. And just to get back at him, I would flip it over every time I went into the bathroom. I was so mean to him. Poor guy.
You were an evil angel. Yes, you were an
Yes.
evil.
That was evil.
Scott, thank you so much.
All right. Bye, Tanya. Bye, Mike. Good seeing both of you.
Good to see
Keep
you.
safe. Bye-bye.
We just have a couple questions on Facebook, and then we're going to wrap this up. Sorry, guys, about that thing that
Yeah.
happened.
Wasn't
I
that
quickly got
weird?
him off, but that was crazy. Anyway,
Really crazy.
I was like, what is happening?
I thought, you know, it's funny because I thought that was going to happen one day. I said to myself, I wonder when someone's going to send pornography over the line. And I
Yeah.
just thought that in the last week, and it happened. Funny.
It happened today. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna have to take this down and then take that out and repost it later. But okay. Stephen asked, the Hemingway, how do you pronounce her name?
Margot.
Yeah, the one that
Margot.
passed away that you worked with. They
Oh,
just want
Hemingway that I worked with. Yes. Oh, what was her name? I can't remember. I think of Margot because she was the one who works a lot more.
Margaux.
Margot. Then it was Margot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great. And she was very spiritual. And how did she die? I can't remember.
I don't know. I know that she passed away. I don't know how she died.
Oh, yeah. No, she was great to work with. Very, very free spirit, very spiritual, and very into astrology and all those things, and tarot cards. And she was really together. I liked her a lot. And I was really surprised when I heard that she passed away.
Right? It was sad. I think you're taking questions. Oh, look at terrible. Poor Tanya Mike. No need for that. Thank you guys on Facebook. Oh, geez. Who was the most pickiest director you ever worked with? If you want to even talk about it.
The pickiest?
How about the
I
hardest?
don't name names.
You don't name names. Good for you. Let's see.
Yeah. Right on.
Well, excellent. Well, I'm pretty much beat with with our fun show today. Thanks, Mom, for coming on and showing us family photos. Tanya, what's going on this weekend? Are you doing anything fun?
No, our car got mashed. Someone took off the back bumper, so it's being fixed. So we don't even have transportation to go anywhere this weekend. But where are you going to go? There's no restaurants open. We have everything we want delivered. So
that's true. Until Lance Cantor's is open now.
Otherwise, I'm in the house.
And Cantor's is open, Lance. We can go to Cantor's now.
Okay, great.
Oh, Cantor's is open. Oh, if we only had a car. If we only had a car.
You guys, you're living it rough on the top of the hill. Living it rough, Tanya. Well, that is today's show. Surprise, surprise. The surprises and all the great people that came on and all the great questions. Thank you. We'll be back here next week, next Saturday, doing more. Also, if you have something special you want Tanya to do a cameo for, she's on Cameo. Just go cameo.com and request. She can do cameos for people's birthdays or anniversaries, or apologies for crazy people jumping on. With what?
Graduation.
Apologies for people coming on and doing porn on a live show. Anything she'll do anything.
Yeah.
And then also, of course, if you ever want an autograph, you can zoom over to TanyaRoberts.biz. Those are available. And I guess that's it. I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to be on a Zoom with my parents in a few for my mother's birthday, so I'm excited to see her. And
cool.
And that's it. Well, Tanya, thank you for a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Bye, guys.
Bye.